Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another sketchbook tour for you. This is a small Holbein watercolor and multimedia sketchbook. It's ring bound, it has a little fabric tie on the side, and overall I quite liked the paper. Definitely single-sided paper. You get a really nice texture on one side and then the other side is very smooth and a little bit less absorbent. On the front here I have some medieval lettering done by an artist named Aaron Navredy, and he does comics, which I love. So, oh, and this sticker here is by Bryn Matheny, and the other two stickers are by me that I just printed out at work one day. So this sketchbook I kind of made sure not to be super precious about it. Even though I really liked the paper, I knew that I wanted to, use it and not just hide it away for like special projects or whatever. Because if the paper was thicker, I think it would be better for one-off finished pieces, using the paper that way. But it's a bit thin, so it's better as a sketchbook. Here are some tulips on this page. And on this page as well. I'm actually quite fond of these ones, and I might turn them into stickers if people are interested. Let me know if you would like flower stickers. I know I offer little like critter stickers in my shop on Etsy, but if flowers strike your fancy, let me know and I'll clean them up and consider printing them. And I think this color is, you know what, I don't remember what this hot pink color is. It's probably maybe an ultramarine violet. Anyway, it's cool. It's a bright color. I like it. And just a couple of rabbits on this page. And then here are a couple. Here's one that it was drawn just from life. It's a candy that actually is still on my desk. I haven't eaten it at all. But anyway, it's quite pretty. And this waxwing here too, I started experimenting with masking fluid. And this is the brand that I have, just the Daler Rowney brand. And I haven't used masking fluid in like 10 years maybe. So it was nice to try it out, and it actually works quite well on this paper. Here's some caribou sketches. And a sort of a more refined version over here. I'd like to do one that matches the cave horse sticker in my Etsy shop, but I'm not fully happy with it so far, so I'm going to keep working on that whenever I get chances and feel like it. Here is a great gray owl in flight, just really simple, done with a pink colored pencil and just some of my Beam Paints watercolors. Same with the moose here, same technique, just simple observational drawings from reference photos. Here's a pencil sharpener, haha. And a fox. And then here I was just doing some hand-painted type and working on some textures on this nice paper. You can see like just how nice it is with the texture and the way it encourages granulation like that. And then here I was swatching my handmade watercolor palette, which was missing for a while, but I had left it at a friend's house in the States when I was visiting, and she mailed it back. So I got it back, which is good because I love it and it cost a lot. And just some more tulips on this side as well with the with this palette when I got it back. And more here too. These are just, they're so nice to paint and so relaxing, and I just like seeing what the paint and the water does, because I'm not like trying to paint anything complicated. It's more about the textures that happen. which is why it's fun to paint so many, because different textures will happen. Here's some baby's breath type flowers here. This is with a buff titanium, which I think is just, it's really pretty. It has a lot of variation within the color, sort of these deeper tones and the lighter, more yellowy, milky tones. And some roses on this side and some sort of like miscellaneous weeds on this side. And some bluebells. And then this painting here I did on the last trip I was able to take before everybody has to stay inside, basically. These are the Fletcher Falls in British Columbia, and I painted it partly in situ at the falls, but the paint like didn't really want to dry, right, because it's right by a waterfall, so it's very humid. So then I finished it up at a cafe later when I could actually layer in my darks. But yeah, I like how this turned out. I left the water itself as purely a negative shape, so that's just the paper showing through with a very slight wash on it. And yeah, I think it's cool. It's a way that I don't typically paint, but I feel like this has a really nice like storybook quality. Sort of reminds me of like Winnie the Pooh, or some of the paintings done, you know, for like Rivendell or Lord of the Rings or something like that. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's definitely, I think, the highlight of this sketchbook anyway. And then while I was out on that trip, we also went to the Ainsworth Hot Springs Resort, which was really cool. It's a natural hot spring with like a resort on it a little bit. We didn't stay at the resort or anything, but it's Indigenous owned now, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was nice to go there. Really cool, because there's like caves you can wade into where the hot springs come out. Very neat. And then on this side, I just kind of went crazy with I got a swatch sheet from Redwood Willow a long time ago, and I lost it, and then I found it again. So this is like all the paint that was left on it, and that was fun to do, just like colors. And you can see also like the different gum arabic quantity in the paints. Like up here, I think these have a lot of green earth in them, and green earth often has like a lot of gum arabic. Yeah, it just looks cool to me. And then the side was the demo page I did with my Julia K, art studio paints. And then this one I used those Julia K paints to do this little elk cow, just a portrait. This is a photo from the Calgary Zoo that I took a while ago. And then this side here, I just kind of doodled around on a Balrog from The Lord of the Rings. I was watching a lot of the makings of videos for a little while. Yeah, anyway, it was fun. And on this side, another zoo picture. This is a Siberian musk deer from the Calgary Zoo. And then this one is a long-tailed weasel that somebody posted on a photography page I follow on Facebook. So not my photo, but I just thought he was so cute and so long, so I had to paint him, of course. And then there's sort of an elf portrait on this side, and I used some of the gold paint that Julia K sent over, so put a bit on there. You can see it. There's the shine. And then this acrylic piece of pashmina from Animal Crossing, if she were like a real goat. And then yesterday I finished this entire sketchbook in one sitting. I just really wanted to sit and paint. Obviously the whole world has been pretty surreal and strange. I've been temporarily laid off from my full-time job, which is stressful but under control, and it is temporary, but it's also indefinite, so I guess this is a good point for me to say, if there's anything you've been eyeing in my Etsy shop, please consider picking it up. I will still be mailing things once a week when I go out to do groceries, so shop is still running. and you can still pick up stuff there. And if there's ever anything that, you know, you'd like to see on there, if there's an original you're curious about, just drop me a line somewhere and I can let you know if it's available or not. And then I switched over to my core watercolor palette, which I really like. I keep them in the tin that they came in with the wells that it comes with. I just got water on it. Cool. Anyway, so I did like a basic color wheel because the colors that come with this set actually do kind of make a primary and secondary, sort of. Not quite right, but sort of. So yeah, using like the orange as my red, I set this up. This is probably more of the yellow anyway, but anyway, it's nice to do that because then you can see the different sort of colors you can mix with it. And then I did, of course, more tulips because I just think they're so pretty. And I'd like to plant some in my garden, but I think you have to plant them in the fall, so I kind of missed the boat on that one. But I'll try to remember in the fall to plant some. I really like how this one turned out, this sort of like unopened tulip. Really, really pretty in the way that the azo green kind of bleeds into the purples that I mixed, and then this purple here is also really, really nice. I'll zoom you in for a second here. So yeah, you can see how the turquoise and the violet separate really nicely. It's just really cute. And when you mix colors like this, that's how you get like the best variation within your painted tones. So the pigments will separate in their own way and give you all these nice little surprises when it dries. And then on this side I painted a couple parrots. This is a crimson rosella on this side, again with the core paints. As you can see, even though the core set only comes with an orange and a magenta, they mix together and they make a really nice red anyway. So yeah, that was nice to do. And of course using the turquoise and the violet to get that sort of periwinkle color on the malar feathers here. Super cute. And on the other side are Eastern rosellas, and these are a little more like kitschy and playful, typical rainbow parrot, but trying to do it in as few washes as possible. This side here, just some more flowers and a little dragonfly. And here I wanted to try out some skin tones with the, obviously they're very pale skin tones, and even the camera is like not picking them up very well. If I tilt it this way, it's a little bit better. Anyway, this is also using the high chroma set, so you know, that just goes to show that you can tone it down and mix some really more naturalistic colors. I think this drawing maybe took like 2 minutes, and then the painting, I don't know, I didn't spend a lot of time on it. It's pretty messy, but the colors are nice, and they're not that pale as they're showing up on the camera. And yeah, just noodling around using some of the colors that were left over mixed on the palette. So like, you know, like over here and stuff, you know. And then I went back and tried some of the masking fluid again. So I did some hand-done type calligraphy stuff and then painted over it, which is, you know, it's a very like crafty look. I showed it to my boyfriend and he joked that now I need to be making pencil cases for Michael's or for chapters or something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of silly, but it's also fun. And the masking fluid works really well. When I used to use it like 10 years ago, I feel like it wasn't as good. I was using the Winsor & Newton brand, and I don't know, it just didn't like me. But this Daler Rowney stuff, it peels off super nicely, super clean, and I quite like it. So this was another test that turned out even cleaner than the first one. So of course the letters are done with the masking fluid and then I paint over top. Yeah, and nice granulation and whatever. So it's just sort of a fun experiment. Very experimenty type sketchbook. Some stickers in the back here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this sketchbook video. Obviously, now that I'm home a lot, I'm hoping to have another one shortly. Just painting, drawing, baking, knitting, painting, and drawing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope things are okay on your end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!